Welcome to our Risk and Crisis Communication tool. Let's start out by taking a look at a news clip.
We are back on the case tonight, our ABC News investigation of the filler called pink slime in 70% of the ground beef sold at supermarkets in this country. You have flooded us with emails about your attempts to get direct answers from your supermarkets. Which ones allow it? Which ones don't? And what does the beef industry have to say? ABC senior national correspondent Jim Avila went right to the top to get answers.
This is ours. This is fresh.
Organic butchers like Brooklyn's Joshua Applestone have a strict definition of 100% fresh ground beef.
It should be whole muscle ground, made into a patty, and then put into a freezer.
Applestone says he wouldn't sell or serve his family hamburger mixed with lean, finely textured beef, commonly known as pink slime, something that's in 70% of American ground beef. This picture of the material was sent to ABC News by its maker today. That's the final product that starts with low-grade beef trimmings spun in machines and spritzed with ammonia.
It's an unnatural process.
But most Americans get their ground beef at supermarkets, and our viewers want to know if pink slime lurks in the beef sold here.
What 30% of meat doesn't contain pink slime?
Which retail chains carry it?
So for the second day in a row, we asked America's top 10 grocers and Whole Foods exactly that. These companies either didn't respond or had no comment. The owners of Stop & Shop and Giant say they use the product. Safeway would only say the government says the filler is safe, but they're reviewing their own policy. These stores say their beef contains no pink slime at all.
Is that additive up to our standards? The answer is no. I personally don't know how I could explain to a Costco member that we put trim that's been treated with ammonia in their ground beef.
Critics say pink slime is more like gelatin than beef and less nutritious. But BPI, its inventor and primary manufacturer, tells ABC News in a letter from its lawyer today it is USDA-approved beef and is nutritious. And the American Meat Institute insists pink slime is not an additive, so no label is necessary.
What's being hidden here?
What are you asking me to put on the label? It's beef. It's on the label. It's a beef product. It says beef. This is beef. So we are declaring it. It's beef.
This is an example of an unexpected crisis that unfolded rapidly, leading to the product being pulled from restaurant and supermarket chains, operations suspended at plants, and eventually closures. The beef industry maintains that lean, finely textured beef is beef. This example demonstrates that things can go wrong when least expected. A crisis will happen in the life of most organizations. Could this happen to you? Take a minute to think about some crisis situations that could happen in an agricultural or natural resources setting. Do some of these come to mind? Food contamination, wildfire, chemical runoff, irrigation restrictions, pesticide poisoning, soil erosion, natural disaster, or disease. Do you have a plan? Many agricultural and natural resource agencies and organizations have no plan in place for what to do in a crisis or how to communicate during a crisis. Being prepared for a crisis ahead of time will help your organization get through the rough times when things go wrong. Every organization should have a crisis plan, and one part of that plan should be the integration of crisis and risk communication. What is risk communication? Risk communication informs people about hazards to their environment or their health. Risk communication manages potential problems in a manner that promotes goodwill, disseminates information, and communicates potential crises and emergency situations well. It also encourages prudent action and reduces panic. Take a minute to think about some examples of health and safety issues that your organization or agency could face. Which issues might qualify as risk communication topics? Do some of these come to mind? Water quality, air quality, waste management, or food safety. Risk communication techniques are used to handle both risk and crisis situations. Risk communication allows communicators to lay the groundwork for trust between the community and the organization dealing with the risks.